What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are doing well. For today's recipe, I'll be making ground beef stuffed with boiled eggs. Quite easy to make. I will say you can either bake or fry them, whichever you prefer. So without further ado, let's get started. To begin, I will start by marinating the meat. I'm using about 500 grams of ground beef, and for the seasoning, I will start with the green seasoning, which I will link the recipe in the description box along with all the ingredients used here, so don't forget to check them out. For the spices, I will go with black pepper, adobo powder, paprika, bouillon cube, some ginger powder, and a pinch of salt. I will also add one egg, which will allow the meat to stick together and prevent it from falling apart. Then mix everything together to combine. Kind of feel like I needed to add more green seasoning, reason why I went ahead and add about a tablespoon of it. Then I will add about a tablespoon of minced garlic. Mix it again to combine. And if you feel like you need to adjust the spices, feel free to adjust them to your preference. Once this is done, I'll set aside to marinate while the eggs are boiling on the side. At the same time, I'll go ahead prep the potatoes to make the fries. Fries are totally optional. You don't need to add them on here if you don't want to. In my case here, I'll go ahead and use two large potatoes that I will cut lengthwise. You can cut them to the way I'm doing here or to your preference. So repeat the same process to the remaining, and once done, place the fries in a large bowl, cover with cold water to avoid any discoloration, and set aside to soak. After that, I will go ahead and make the onion stew, which will go really great with these. So to make this, I will dice two large onion. You can also slice the onion if that's how you want your onion stew to be like. Now onto the egg surprise. I boiled 6 eggs, thought I would be using 5. Then I was like, yep, good thing I have an extra one here. To make these, first I will take a good amount of the beef mixture, place it onto one of my hands to form a thin patty. Now I'll place one egg in the center of the beef patty, then gently stretch the beef to wrap the egg entirely. You can also add more beef if needed to make it easier to wrap the egg. If you want, you can choose to bake them instead of deep frying, as I mentioned at the beginning. It is much easier. You'll be using less oil and they're really good when baked. Go ahead and repeat the same process for the remaining, and that's it. Once done, we're gonna set these aside. On medium to high heat, I will go ahead add some vegetable oil. Once hot, I will proceed on adding the onion. For seasoning, I will start with the green seasoning, some minced garlic, mix it all together. Add some honey mustard, stir it well. Then for spices, I will go ahead with black pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, cayenne pepper, some oregano leaves, salt, and maggi. Add a little bit of water, then about half a teaspoon of lemon juice for some sweetness. This one here is totally optional. Mix it again to combine. Now we're gonna reduce the heat to low and let it simmer until the oil starts to appear on the surface. Adjust the seasoning if needed. Now onto the potatoes. Went ahead and heat up some vegetable oil on high heat. Mine are leftover, reason why the color. Once hot, I'll begin to fry the potatoes. This took me about 3 to 5 minutes. Maybe yours can take a little bit longer depending on the quantity. Once they're golden and crisp, I'll remove them from the oil and drain on paper towel. Lastly, we'll go ahead and fry the surprise eggs. In that same oil, I will fry them on high heat to begin to allow the outside to be fully cooked and crispy at the same time. Then I will reduce the heat to medium to allow the inside to be cooked as well, and repeat the same process for the remaining. So this is basically all you need to do to make this recipe. If you enjoy watching today's content, please give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn that bell notification to be notified anytime any video is uploaded on here. Also, if you try to recreate this recipe, let me know in the comment down below how was it, and why not share with your friend and family. Until next time, take care.